All right, I'm here with the head coach of the Houston Rockets, and of course, NBA legend Kevin McHale. And first of all, welcome to the Philippines, and it's an honor to be seated next to you. And welcome to Manila.
Well, thank you. It's great to be here. We're excited. It's going to be fun. We got a few days of practice, and we get a chance to play here and go up to Taiwan. So we're going to have a good chance to see what our team got a chance to bond out here on the road, and so we're looking forward to it.
You talked about bonding on the road, and obviously when you bring a team out, especially out of the country, in a long journey away, what are you looking forward to as far as how your team chemistry works out and the bonding between your team?
Well, they're just, they're going to be together a lot, and then all the bonding and all that stuff's going to take care of itself. But just the fact that they're out here, they really don't know anybody here, so they're going to, be with each other. A lot of times in the States, when you travel around, you might go to a guy's home state or he played college ball there, and everybody goes about. But here, everybody's together. We've had dinners together already. We had dinner last night. We had breakfast this morning, so everybody's just getting a chance to spend a little more time with each other.
And what are your thoughts so far in the Philippines?
Well, let's see. I got in yesterday, and it's humid. That's one thing I figured out. It's humid here.
Let's talk about the Houston Rockets. You guys made a lot of, well, let's say a big acquisition over the summer, and of course you brought Dwight over. And for a team that ran a lot, that shot a lot of threes, Dwight's going to be perhaps the anchor in defense, or do you look to him to change it up a bit and go to the post?
Yeah, we're going to get him the ball in the post. We're going to do both. I mean, we're going to get up and down the floor. We're going to attack the basket the way we have. We're going to get the ball in the paint. If the teams drop off and cover the paint, and we'll shoot threes. We'll just do it a little differently. Last year we had to do it almost exclusively on the dribble drive. This year we'll do it by throwing the ball to Dwight and a different way. So how we play is going to maintain the same pace of what we do. Maybe it might be just a little bit slower just because of our personnel. But we're going to try to push the ball as much as we can and get the ball in the paint and play basketball.
The guy who's going to be coming in for Dwight, Omer Ashik, had actually a great year last year, averaged a double-double. Coming off the bench, has he accepted that role already?
Well, he had one practice and he hurt his calf, so it's very hard to say. So we're hoping that he gets healthy. I'm not sure he'll play the first exhibition over here, but maybe the second game he'll play. We haven't had a chance to work him in, but I'm fully looking to get Omer on the floor with Dwight, so he's just not going to be a backup to Dwight. And how effective they can be, you'll see how much time they spend. If Dwight's going to play 34, 35 minutes, that gives Omer 13, 14 minutes on the floor when Dwight's off. Can they play another 14, 15 minutes together so Omer can get his time where it was last year, 29, 30 minutes a game? That's what I'd like, because he had a heck of a year last year, and we want to see if we can get him on the floor a lot again this year.
Now, last year you guys pretty much had a new team and you made it to the playoffs. And this year you added some pieces, and of course expectations are even bigger. And obviously you had a little bit of time to gel last year, but you brought in that big piece. So what are your expectations coming into the season?
Well, our expectation is that we'll get better as the year progresses, but we want to have one of the top records in the Western Conference, home court advantage, and make a playoff run. So, those are all pretty lofty goals, but I think we can do it. And so, it starts with training camp, starts with everybody getting together and trying to find the chemistry. Can we play Ashik and Howard together? Who's going to take Carlos Delfino's minutes when we went small? What's going to be our best small lineup? Who's going to be the backup two guard? There's a lot of stuff that we have that is not solidified. I think we're pretty solid in some spots, but I mean we have a lot of questions to answer, and this is what camp's for.
And of course, Jeremy Lin coming over and playing a game in Taiwan. How big is that for him?
I think it's big. I think it'll be great. I mean, Jeremy, really, I thought Jeremy had a tremendous year last year. I think the people that felt that Jeremy Lin was going to be able to reproduce Lin's sanity for a season were that's just unrealistic. I've said all year, if you're a good basketball player and you take your top month that you had, you might be a guy who averaged 15 points, for 15-year NBA career. You might have had a month where you averaged 30. And 9 rebounds and 7 assists. That's the way our league's such a flow league. You play. He just hit stride and had a phenomenal run in New York. I thought last year he had a great year for us, and it seemed like everybody was disappointed in his play. Jeremy, for the first time playing 82 games, he averaged over 13 points, 6 assists. I thought he did a great job, and I actually think he's in better spot right now. Physically, his knee's better. Mentally, I think he kind of understands that what he has to do to help his team win. So he's been fantastic.
Now, James Harden has been to the Philippines several times already. Has he told you anything about what to expect as far as the fans is concerned here?
Yeah, they both he and Chandler said that Parsons, I think, had been over here. Said the fans are really into it, really going to be excited. He said you'll be surprised at how much they enjoy NBA basketball and how much they really are get behind everybody playing.
And of course, you're going up against a team with your old mate Larry Bird, who assembled that team. What are your thoughts about the Indiana Pacers as going, in the global games in the Philippines for the very first time?
Well, it's a great team for us to play because of they're kind of where we want to get to. They're solid. They're bringing back almost their entire team. They got to the conference finals last year. They're where we want, where we'll get. So it's going to be a great test for us because as we're trying to figure out lineups, so we're trying to figure out offenses that fit, where we're trying to figure out combinations that fit. They've got all that stuff figured out. So they're a little bit farther ahead than we are. So playing them will be good for us.
Looking at your team, who would you think is the leader of the Houston Rockets?
Well, as I've told everybody, you can't designate a leader. No, I mean you can't say you're the leader. The guys are going to follow who they want to follow. I don't know. I mean that'll take shape, and everybody follows everybody else for different reasons. Sometimes people follow guys because they're they work really hard. They don't say a word, but they work really hard. Other people follow guys that give them good instruction. They talk to them. Hey, this is what you got to do. So I don't. That again, that's all part of what's going to be. What we're going to find out. So you can't designate leaders. I've never, that designating leader just goes against the definition of what a leader is. A leader is what people follow. Designating someone is called a dictatorship. I'm not big on that.
And for the NBA, the brand of the NBA, to come to the Philippines and the global games in general, what's your thoughts because you saw it in the 80s, you saw what it's like in the 90s as well. What are your thoughts that the NBA has expanded and become such a big brand globally?
It's pretty amazing. I mean, we did the first global trip, if you call it. I don't know what they called it back when I did it. I think it was 88 or 89 with the Celtics. From there till now, it's pretty amazing. I mean, I don't think anybody ever envisioned coming over to the Philippines or going to Taiwan, and how huge the NBA would become globally. But I think it's great for the game. I think our guys get exposed to a whole new culture, and something that a lot of guys, if they didn't take a trip here with the Houston Rockets or the Indiana Pacers, a lot of these guys in their life would never ever get to this part of the country. So I think it's I think it's good, and I am amazed at where the NBA has grown from the fall of 1980 when I entered the league.
I think that the trip you were talking about with the Celtics was in Spain, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we were in Spain, yeah. What year, I don't remember. That was a long time ago. But we did go to Spain. I do know where we went. I just don't know when we went.
And looking at the Western Conference right now, it's still very tough. But you guys are projected as a upper half team in the Western Conference with the addition of Dwight. What are your thoughts about where you guys belong in the Western Conference?
Well, you know what? One thing I found about the NBA is you end up where you belong. So I'll tell you in 82 games. I don't know. I mean, we got a lot of stuff we got to figure out, like a lot of different things. But the thing about the NBA is everybody plays 82 games. You play 41 home, 41 away. And at the end of the year, barring, unforeseen injuries and everything, you usually end up, where you should be. Where this team should be, I don't know. We'll find out. But our goal is to have one of the top records in the Western Conference and make a long playoff run.
Looking at the Western Conference, obviously the Spurs won it last year. You have the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are going to be without Westbrook for the first couple weeks of the season. And who else would you say would be your biggest rival?
You got the Clippers, you got the Grizzlies, you got a lot of teams. I mean, I'm not sure. Denver changed coaches and have kind of a new group of guys, and they lost a couple key players. But really, Memphis is bringing back the majority of their guys. Clippers added Doc Rivers and some good veteran players to their team. San Antonio's been the same for years, and they always seem to find a way to play very well. Oklahoma City again. So, I mean, there's going to be plenty of competition.
Thank you very much, and good luck, man.
Take care. Thank you.